I forget the taste of coffee. I forget what day it is. Sometimes, I forget my own voice. Theo says I mumble in my sleep. But it's not my voice he hears, it's someone else's. Low. Echoed. Like it comes from behind a wall of glass. And every day, my reflection looks more like a stranger. She moves faster than I do. She smiles when I'm crying. She's waiting. Theo still stays with me. He makes tea, holds my hand, speaks softly like I'm going to break, and maybe I am. Because lately, I've been dreaming in mirrors again. Only now, I wake up in them. I see myself walking through glass corridors. Touching walls that ripple like water. Doors that open without sound. And always, that figure. The Watcher. He doesn't speak. But he watches. Through me. Through the cracks I'm leaving behind. They found her 3 towns over. Emily. Alone in a field, barefoot, eyes wide, arms covered in mirror drawings made with charcoal and dirt. She won't talk. She won't move. But when I visited her in the hospital, she looked right at me. And whispered. It's your turn now. Theo's been researching the building's history again. The deeper he digs, the worse it gets. Before 807, there was a convent. Before that, a sanctuary for mirror-sick women, as the records call them. Every generation, one girl disappears. One girl reappears. And one girl forgets herself. I looked in the mirror last night and found something written across my collarbone. Not carved. Not inked. Just, written inside the glass door. The mirror cracked this morning. All on its own. Theo ran in when he heard it. I was staring at it like it was alive. Because it was. Behind the fracture, she was there. Me. But not me. Eyes darker. Smile wider. Head tilted like she pitied me. And behind her the Watcher. He raised a hand. So did I. And then I felt it. A pull. Like I was slipping from my own skin. I made Theo promise to stay behind. But he didn't listen. We went back to 807. Back to the room between. The mirror was still cracked but glowing. I touched it. And fell through. Again. Only this time, I wasn't alone. Theo held my hand tight. His eyes said what he never dared to. And I almost told him I loved him. Until the world shattered into silence. We found the Watcher. He had no eyes. Just mirrors where his face should be. Each one showed a version of me screaming, running, laughing, empty. He spoke without sound. You are the key. You open. You close. I screamed. Theo stepped in front of me. But the Watcher didn't want him. He wanted me. Because I'd been cracking since the beginning. Because I had always been marked. I could destroy the mirror. Break the cycle. Trap the Watcher inside. But it would mean one thing. I don't come back. I looked at Theo. He was crying. No, he whispered. There has to be another way. But there wasn't. So I kissed him. And smiled. and stepped into the mirror. One last time. Theo never gave up looking for me. He still writes me letters. Reads them aloud to mirrors. Leaves them on windowsills. Whispers my name in dreams. They say 807 is sealed now. That no one will ever enter again. But sometimes, in a still moment, a mirror flickers. And he sees me. Smiling. Because I didn't just close the door. I became the one watching. And I'm not done yet. I thought death would be silent. But this wasn't death. It was nothing. No ground beneath me. No sky. Just endless glass stretching in every direction, reflecting versions of myself I didn't recognize. Some smiled. Some screamed. Some stared blankly. And then him. Theo. His voice cut through the quiet. But I couldn't move. Couldn't answer. Because I wasn't whole. Not anymore. I don't know how long I floated here. Time doesn't work in the mirror. But slowly, memories returned soft like fog at first. His hand on mine. His letters. His voice saying, I'm coming for you. And I wanted to believe him. Even if my name was fading. Even if my reflection blinked without me. There was another version of me in here. She walked like I did. Talked like I did. But she wasn't me. She was the version the mirror preferred, empty, obedient, smiling without reason. She tried to comfort me. You're safe here. You don't need him. You don't need to remember. I almost listened. Because forgetting felt easier. Then I heard it. Theo's voice. Calling my name, not the false one, but the one that felt like sunlight. He was close. So close. And suddenly, that empty version of me screamed. Don't listen to him. He'll break you. But her voice cracked. And I realized, she was afraid. Not of Theo. But of losing me. He appeared in the mirrors. Theo. Holding something in his hands. A photo of us. I stepped closer. I remember this, I whispered. And the real me, the me he remembered, came back in pieces. Laughter. Rain. His arms around me in the stairwell. His voice shaking when he said, I love you. The mirror began to ripple. It wanted to hold me back. But Theo reached through. I don't care if you're broken, he said. I just want you back. And in that moment, I understood. I wasn't trapped because I was weak. I stayed because I believed I didn't deserve saving. But he never stopped believing. So I reached back. It wasn't easy. The mirror pulled at me, tore pieces as I passed through. I felt the weight of every girl before me, every lost version echoing in the glass. But Theo held on. And when I fell into his arms, I was real again. Whole? Maybe not yet. But real. And that was enough. At night, I still wake with fragments, whispers from the other side, shadows moving behind the mirror. But now, when I look at my reflection, I don't flinch. I see the girl who survived. The girl who was loved. And when Theo brushes my hair behind my ear and whispers, you came back to me. I whisper back, So did you. The night I returned, the house fell into a hush. Not silence hush. The kind of quiet that feels like something is holding its breath. I smiled at my reflection before bed. Just once. She smiled back. And for a moment, I believed it was over. But peace never comes without a price. Theo watches me like I might disappear again. His fingers linger longer when we touch. His eyes search mine as though trying to memorize me again. I don't blame him. Because sometimes I still see the mirror girl. Not in glass. In me. The way my smile flickers. The way I wake up whispering names that aren't mine. Something stayed behind. Or maybe, something followed me out. Emily came over today. She stood in my living room and stared at the mirror I keep covered. She didn't speak until she touched it. It's cracking, she whispered. Inside. I pulled the cloth off and saw nothing. But she wasn't talking about the mirror. She meant me. I found it in my coat pocket. A tiny silver key. Warm. Familiar. Etched with the number 1. It pulsed in my hand like a heartbeat. And I knew. It didn't end when I came back. The mirror isn't closed. It's waiting. There's a place beneath the foundation of 807 they never rebuilt. A concrete void swallowed in time. Room 0. Emily and I found the path. Theo followed, of course he always does. The walls were black glass. But they didn't reflect us. They showed versions of us we hadn't become. And in the center, the Watcher. No longer faceless. He looked like me. The Watcher didn't speak. But I understood. He was made of every forgotten girl. Every reflection never named. Every fear never faced. He didn't want to hurt us. He wanted release. So I gave it to him. I took the key. Whispered, I see you. And pressed it into the mirror's heart. It shattered. Light poured through like stars breaking sky. And then silence. Real silence. The hush lifted. I sleep soundly now. The mirrors are quiet. Emily is healing. Theo no longer checks my pulse when I doze off on the couch. Sometimes we visit the old building. The frame of 807 is still there, but the windows are gone. Empty. Free. He takes my hand. And when I look at our reflection in shop windows or water puddles, I no longer see ghosts. I just see us. A girl who walked into the mirror. And the boy who pulled her back. Sometimes, I still wake before dawn and stare out my window. Just to check. But now, when I see a girl in the glass, I know she's mine. Whole. Free. Alive. If this story moved you even a little, please like or comment, it helps more people find it. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a love story whispered just for you. We're building something special here, a space for stories that speak to the soul. I'm so glad you're part of it.